Welcome back, Freshwater Fishing Novices, new viewers. I'm going to get right to the point of this video. Sam Hawkins from Tennessee, do not go to the Swift River in Conway, New Hampshire for smallmouth bass. And I'm going to explain why in this video. So I felt that my video last week for Sam was kind of lackluster, if I was going to be honest. So I wanted to zip up there this week and kind of scope it out a little bit. So here's a little bit of footage. So I drove up all the way from Concord all the way to Conway. It took me about almost 2 hours. Upon initial arrival, I found this spot right here. Now, this spot was pretty awesome, actually, if I was going to be honest, and I was going to shore fish. I'd go for fishing. I'd try fishing here. I wouldn't be looking for smallmouth in this body of water because it doesn't really look that smallmouthy. It looks more largemouth. Basically, clear water. I guess it could be considered clean. It's coming right off of the Saco and the Swift River. So there's two influxes of a river, so it's kind of a good choke point for where bait fish are going to be coming down and fish will be feeding. But largemouth bass, pretty much. It wasn't very rocky at this spot. So typically when I look for smallmouth fishing from shore, I'm looking for a river with current. And I'm going to throw in those current pockets is basically where I target smallmouth. And that's how I kind of know where they are. I find it easier to find them in rivers because they're kind of more predictable. Point of the video, stay away from Swift River. And here's another reason why I just didn't catch anything in the Swift River. I got some footage right here I'm going to show you. And you can see how rocky it is. Great. Unfortunately, this is coming off of a mountain. So it's like a mountain stream. So there's not going to be a whole lot of deep pockets as far as coming right down the side of the roadway where it's all rocky and shallow. Very small. There wasn't very many deep holes. I mean, maybe chest deep at the deepest. I wouldn't say it's probably not where the Swift River is. To find a deep hole, you're gonna have to go looking. So I wouldn't suggest that. Sam, I don't have any extra input as where you could find smallmouth in the Conway area. I was thinking, you're not flying into Conway. I don't know, you probably flew into Boston or Manchester, New Hampshire. Now, if you did, that means you have to drive from Manchester or Boston all the way up to Conway. So it depends on the road you take. Now, if you stayed on the coast from Boston and you went up through Maine to Conway that way, I'm trying to think if I know of a smallmouth spot over there. Not really. I mean, I know of a lot of spots that have smallmouth, but I'm trying to think of the river systems that I found smallmouth in. Aside of going to the coast, if you went up through New Hampshire to Conway, you probably went right up I-93. Now, great news. I know 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 different spots that you can catch smallmouth from shore coming down 93. Let's talk about those spots. If you're coming down 93 back like you're going to fly out, or if you have time, one, if you have a woman with you, you can drop her off at the outlet malls in Tilton, and then you can go hit these spots. So she can shop, you can go catch smallmouth. So that's kind of a bonus. So the first spot that I have good luck with smallmouth it's in Tilton, and I'm just going to have a picture pop up and a waypoint of where it is. So this spot is right behind a hotel. Can't remember the hotel. I'm going to have to look that up. It'll pop up right here. This is the hotel. But the location is right, there's a couple good spots, and it's plenty of castability, and there's lots of current. So at this spot in particular, you're going to cast upstream in current as close to the other shore as you can. Rat wake baits, what else? Jigs, tubes, and like soft body paddle tails with like a weight on the front will work in these spots. I've caught them on all those things. So this spot right here in Tilton's amazing. Actually, it's a great casting spot. And it's pretty chill. It's got shade. If you want to have a picnic there, no problem. Okay, the next spot is just down the street. You're gonna leave this spot, and now we're gonna go behind a McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts area. This is just up the street from here. It's 2 minutes away, maybe. You're gonna go behind this hotel, park your car there. You're gonna walk down over the tracks, and you're gonna come down underneath, I don't know if it's a highway or roadway, but it's pretty high up. It's probably 100 feet above the river. Right at this spot, there's shade, there's current, and I've caught some serious fish here, a smallmouth, and on a jig. There's actually a wide gap hook. I had a bullet weight on the top of it, and then I had a craw. And I could visibly see the smallmouth from me. It was probably 15, 20 feet away from me. And I just kept dropping that lure ahead, up current, and letting it drift down into that fish's face. And I kept doing that until I annoyed it enough, probably 8 times before it finally bit it. Now, if you are leaving Tilton, let's see, and you're coming by So if you're in Tilton and you leave and you go to Franklin, which is just south of that, you can go behind Franklin High School. This is another good spot. So you can go behind there and there's a boat launch and you can kind of wade through some of the parts. It gets a little deep in some spots. I've had success with smallmouth there as well. Now let's go south. We're going to go more south down to Concord. Travel, you're not even going to be on the highway for this. So Tilton, then you're going to hit Franklin, and then once you leave the high school, you're going to come towards Bosquen. There's going to be a county jail on your right as you're coming south on this road. And on the left, there's a boat launch on the Merrimack River. And this spot is also quite hikeable. Carlton and I both hiked up the river and we caught smallmouth on the other side of the river, but we're casting from the left side if you're walking up the river. And this is a great spot for smallmouth as well. You're going to be throwing relatively the same stuff. Sam, I hope this helps out. I don't want you to be on a mission to check off a smallmouth bass in New Hampshire and you can't get it done. I want you to get that done. So that's why I'm giving you those 5 spots. So Sam, avoid the Swift River. Freshwater fishing novices, new viewers, I hope this helps if you were trying to catch smallmouth bass in New Hampshire for the first time, or you're just looking for spots that you can catch smallmouth bass at. At least I know they're there. If you can catch them, that's another thing. I hope this video helped out. If it did, you can go ahead and hit that like button. If you know of better spots and you would like to help Sam out in New Hampshire where you can catch smallmouth bass from shore, leave it in the comments down below. You can go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want more content helping you try to catch more fish. Sam, I just wanted to get this out to you so you didn't go out and waste your time. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll catch you next week.